Okay, here we go. Iracing Formula F4 at Rudskogen. A track in Norway, 14 corners, 2.2 miles. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and ring the bell and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And here we go. 4 red lights and green lights. There we go. And I put 2 views in this race. One from the cockpit and then one showing all the cars up on the right. I'm trying different things, see which one I like. And here we go into the first corner. We were P12. We're still P12 through here, but James gets a run on us and he makes it by us. We decide to just fall in. We're not going to scrap this early in the race. We'll probably get them later, so it's no big deal. So I decide to fall back, just get in line, coming down into the first S section, and I cut a little too early, and I get a slowdown right off the bat, 1.5 seconds. So I'm trying to clear my slowdown, but I'm trying not to lose any places. And you can see it's down to 0.8, 0.7, 0.6. I gotta get this cleared. 0.4. And Hansel's right on our tail through that section. 0.1. Am I going to clear it? There it goes. Now I can get back to racing. And you can see Hansel was kind of pushing us through that section. But now we're going. And what a bad start. I lost the place, then got a slow down right off the bat. 2 big mistakes. Well, I really didn't mind losing the place, but I did mind getting a slowdown. So now we're trying to catch back up to these guys in front. So in practice, we were running 19s pretty consistently. So I know I can get a top 10 here if I just stay clean and run my 19s. Here we go down this hill, very tricky section, downhill. Long right-hand corner. Then, as you saw the last time, kind of a tricky S section. You can see I gave it plenty of room that time. And this is probably the hardest corner on the track because you got to go over that rise and your car gets super light and you lose grip. And then you come down the hill and it's a mid-speed corner, which is always tough. Easy to lose traction if you're in the wrong gear or if you brake too much. In another rise here. I had a lot of trouble with that corner through practice. But I think I probably did 50 laps, so I put more time into this track than I usually do. And I got pretty comfortable with it. So here we come down the first straight. First lap is done. Well, actually 2 laps are done. We're on lap 3 now. And we're in P13. So not a great start. Still a second and a half behind James in front of us. I'm kind of surprised at this point that there haven't been more problems, spins, and James goes wide there. That's going to bring me up a little closer to him. Oh, that's Elvin. No, James went in front of him. That's Elvin. So Elvin went wide there. And now he's in front of us, and now we figure we can maybe close in on these guys. And hopefully they'll start scrapping and we can close in more and do some damage. So we come around, I believe that's corner 12. There's 13. Here's 14. Yep. And that's it. Back on the straight. Going to lap 4. Pretty good section there. Now we're within 1 second of Elvin. So we're making a little progress. Coming down this tricky section here. This is the section that's in the again, I was really surprised at this race, how everybody was racing pretty good. Coming through the S's. Down the hill. Still no action. But it looks like things are starting to get bunched up there. So we come around that tricky section, make the corner, and there's a spin in front of us. Wyatt Ham. So Wyatt's done. He's out. He was in front of us, so that should bring us up a spot. That'll probably put us P11, or P12, actually. Cross the line. We move up to P12. So our goal for this race was to get a top 10. Here we go. Now we're only 2 spots away from our goal. This is second split. I think it was 17.5 was the high rating, and I'm usually around a 1500. So these guys are a little better than me. I'm in a split that's a little higher than me. Oh, here we come, smoke up in front. And there's a big pile up. We end up on the tail of Elvin, and we end up getting by him, and then he gets taken out. He gets taken out by Hanson. And we passed Rowan Burns and Lewis Albrecht. And that should put us in P9. So that was a big event right there on lap 5. Coming into turn 14. Get some pretty good speed. You can see up on the right, the cars behind me are pretty close. They're within a half a second. So I'm going to have to fend them off. I have to race well. I can't make any mistakes, so I'm going to drop 2 spots. We got Hansel and Chang Joe right on our tail. And out in front of us, we have George, but he's 3 seconds up on us. So we won't be catching him, well, unless something happens. So I'm thinking right now, maybe we get a top 10, stay in front of these 2 guys, and maybe we can secure a top 10. And if something happens up front, maybe even do better. We're managing to keep a little gap between us and Hansel. We have a possibility that Hansel and Chang could start scrapping too, and that could give us a little more of a lead. But we're starting to pull away from them. We got a 1.6 second gap, and we were only up less than a second. So we're starting to put in some good laps now. We're starting to spread out from the 2 guys behind us. You can see up in the top right, they're well back now. They're 1.6 and 1.9. They'll drop back even more. I don't know if it's because they're both slow or if it's because Hansel is holding up Chang. We'll find out if Chang gets by him. Back down this tricky hill. I wasn't carrying good speed through that section, and I think I was staying too close to the line on the left. I think I should have been going over it, and I think that might have been costing me a little time. Back down the hill. This corner, you got to get down to second gear. If you don't get down to second, you need that engine braking in there. If you get through third in there, I did it in practice and it was a mistake. And here I wanted to, like, I've seen people take that corner in fourth on the video, but for me, third was better. I just can't take them that aggressively yet. So now look, we're 2.3 seconds, 2.4 seconds up on Hansel. So we're gaining a second a lap. So Hansel, I think, is struggling, and he's hanging up Chang. We're under 3 seconds now. Oh, well, we have a lap car in front of us, a back marker they call it. Looks like Lewis. Lewis Elbow. He's right in front of us.
10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Halfway, fuel is fine.
Just trying to make good corners. Coming through that tough section again. Really have to fight with the car through that section. Make a really good corner there. Nice exit. Almost 3 seconds up on the guys behind me now. I'm gapping the 2 cars behind me. But it looks like Chang got in front of Hansen. Chang passed him, so now we'll see if Chang's fast. Looks like Chang's starting to get a gap on Hansen. It looks like he's 1 second up now, so he's starting to gap Hansen, so he might be a problem for us down the road. We're still in P9. Still got a back marker in front of us. We got George in front of him and Jacob in front of him. Coming through these S's, nice and technical. We did a 19.5 so far as our fastest lap. So we're competitive. I mean, we're the same as, there's some people that do 18s, but we're good enough to get, oh, and there's a mistake. Oh man, we didn't get it into second gear. We kept it in third gear. What a mistake that was. That's going to allow Chang to get within striking distance. Just a bobble. I tend to make a couple mistakes racing. That was a big one. Now you can see Chang. He's within a second. So he's in draft. And I noticed pretty quickly that Chang's faster than me through this section. Especially coming down this hill. And what I noticed is I stay on the side of this line here and Chang goes on the other side of it. And I think that allows him just to pick up a little more angle into the corner and a little more momentum, and you can see he's closing in on me. He's 0.6 now. But I think I'm faster through this section. He's 0.5 now. He's right on my tail. We can see Leon up in front of us, the lap car. So we know we're going to have to deal with him. Because we have 6 laps left. So we're going to probably have to deal with him at some point. Chang's 0.05, 0.06 still. Managing to hold him back a little bit, but we know he's better in this section coming up. Come up the hill, get on the throttle as best we can. And this is where we have trouble on Chang down here. He's 0.04, so he's going to be right on us by the bottom of this hill. You can see in the top right, he gets right on us, almost goes under, but he thinks better of it. Smart move. I come out of here a little stronger. And here we go into that tough section. And look, there's the back marker, Lewis. And I knew we'd have to deal with him eventually. And he makes Chang take a wide line right there. So that's going to give me a little bit of space. And up in front of us is Jacob. All of a sudden, he's within striking distance. We don't know what happened to him. But Chang's falling back to .07, and Jacob is right in front of us now. And there he goes in the pits. So he must have damaged his car or got to slow down or something. And here we go. We crossed the line. We're in P8. So we hold Chang off. We're going to finish this race in P8. Chang's now 1.3 seconds. So this is going to be a tight finish. We're on lap number 12. We have 4 more laps to go. Pretty clean through that section. Coming down. The S's. Good through there. We hit our mark there. We brake right at the line. Down over the hill, get on the throttle without losing it. Here we go. We messed up on this corner before, but not that time. We got it into second gear. Chang's 1.2 seconds behind us. Make a pretty good turn there. We didn't cut enough there like we usually do, but we managed to cut good there on that corner. Number 13. Come into 14. Chang's back within a second, so he's back in our draft. Chang will not go away. He's right on our tail. It's going to be a dogfight for 8th place. You can see it coming. .07, .06. Here's where he's strong. And watch up on the right, the line he takes. See how he goes outside there, and it gives him a better angle. The next time I race this track, I'm going to work on that. And now, .06, right on our tail. So the pressure's on for the last few laps. We got 3 more laps, and the pressure's on. But this is Rudskogen, so you can catch somebody here, but it's not easy to pass them. Catching and passing are 2 different things. Chang's a half a second, .04. So this is not the place to pass. You don't slow down enough in this corner for people to pass you here, so not worried about it here. Not worried about it here. I'm not even worried about it at the bottom of the hill, even though I know he can catch me, because I just don't think it's a strong enough braking zone. You're mostly coasting down there. I just don't think he can do it down there. You can see him pulling in right there. He's right on. And he actually locked him up a little bit. He locked up his right front there. So we're on lap 14, we got 2 more laps, and he almost bumped me there. Chang almost bumped me through that section. He had to back off a little bit. He's .02 though. He's right there. This is where you gotta really hold your nerve. Good corner there. That was a really good corner when I needed it. Got right into that compression. Coming down the straight. Chang's back to a half a second. So I'm managing to hold him off. And here we go, lap 15. We got 1 more lap to go. After this one. Chang, half a second. Watch, he'll catch me right here. See him closing on me right there. I managed to keep on, and then I go off track a little bit. Lucky I didn't get a slow down. But that puts him right on my tail with 1 lap to go. Now he's .2, and he's almost bumped me. And he's got to be careful too. That back marker's in there too. I don't know what he's doing, but he could cause problems. But he went wide there, so now he's out of the lead. Here we come. Turn 13. No, 12, 13, 14. We get out of 14. We get on the throttle earlier than he can because he took a narrow line. I took a wide line. And here we go. 0.06. Final lap of the race. White flag. Such a close race. I just got to stay clean on this lap and I'll get P8. The pressure's on now. Here he is, right on my tail. He's trying to get a run. He's on my tail through this section. You can see him in the top right. I make a good corner there. I make a good corner there. Trying to get some width on him here. A wide exit so I can get a little more speed on the wide entry, I mean, so I can get a little more speed on the exit. Down the hill. He's really, it's tough to get by people on this track. It really is. And here we go. Last few turns. Can we hold him off? We got him there. He's 0.03. Make another good turn. Final corner. Is he going to get a run out of this corner? We go a little wide so we can get a little better cut in. And there it is. Look at, he tries to go under, but he just can't get there. So we end up in P8. What a great race. A lot of fun. And here's our final stats. We did 0.022 for safety, plus 24 in I rating. We're in the second split. 1703, coming 8th place. And that was a tremendous race. So I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell. And please leave a comment. Really looking forward to hearing from everybody. And I'll see you next time.